we actually have one more interview because this one is super important. I want to bring in State Senator Shevrin Jones from the state of Florida. This is a conversation we've been trying to have with this brother for about a week or two now, and it has everything to do with the Don't Say Gay anti-LGBTQ bill that I believe passed in the state of Florida. Good morning to you, Senator Jones. Tell us where we are. There was a vote yesterday. What is the situation with this anti-LGBTQ and anti-trans legislation that's passing in Florida?
Yeah, so yesterday and the day before, we asked questions and did amendments on the parental rights and education bill. That is the name of the bill, but it has been known as the Don't Say Gay bill because there's a certain provision in there, which is in Section 3 of the bill, that speaks towards sexual orientation and gender identity cannot be taught in grades K through 3 or in any classrooms that is not age appropriate. The problem is the age appropriate portion of it that no one seems to know what the definition of age appropriate is. But let's be clear about it. The bill sponsor made it extremely clear on what that bill is and what that bill is intended to do, and that is to censor teachers from socially engineering, his exact words, socially engineering children into becoming gay. He said the quiet part out loud.
Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ. Rebecca, go ahead.
I think that is, I think, in what they're going to, it's a religious kind of thing, and they going to do the evangelical, really right, push or leaning conversation where it's like, we don't want to push these kind of ideals on the children. And what happens is it's going to gravitate towards people who hear that. A lot of the religious folks and people who are saying, we don't want our kids watching, these kind of things on television. Those type of people are going to gravitate towards this and not really see what's underneath it, what they're actually trying to do. Are we really going to sit here and say that these classrooms are teaching, kids to be whatever sexual orientation? I didn't grow up in that, going to school with that, even though they were pushing all these other things on us. When it comes to that, we really just went to school because we were learning. We knew we had gay teachers. We knew we had black teachers. We knew we had white teachers. And now we're sitting here saying that this is what's being taught to kids. This is part of that critical race theory idea, and now they're trying to formulate it into sexuality. But why are you pushing? Why are you even making laws like this for children? Where are you guys' mind at?
Yeah, well, here's the thing is, I think if you see what's happening across the country, this is a cultural war that they see and they saw that it works in elections. And so because they filed these bills as a guise to people who don't understand the process, and it talks to their base. And because it does talk to their base, many people within that base, they believe that they are doing the right thing. Like, for instance, you call it the parental rights bill. If I knew nothing else as a parent, I would be like, absolutely, I want to make sure I keep my rights. So yeah, I'm with the Republicans on this, not realizing that the nuances of that bill is hurtful and harmful to a marginalized community. And I also think that is important to point out that the Republicans are doing this because they desire to keep inching and pushing at the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is stacked. And so they want to get these things challenged, to put these things into law for forever because they think they can and they believe they can. And in some states, they can.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's like these, not only DeSantis, we can see who's obsessed with people's sexual orientation. Now he's taking it down to the children. And then we have, people like Rick Scott also, who is creating, 11-point page, whatever agenda kind of situation with these things included into it. These Florida leaders aren't focusing on, I want to say they aren't focusing on what Florida really needs, what the constituents really need, but I can't say that's not normal. I can't say that that's not something that is out of the ordinary. But we have people like you, Senator Jones, who take who are in the room, who are there to fight. And I appreciate that because there's so much more that we need to start talking about. But we also have to protect our children, and not be the fact that they're talking about this to me is them pushing on ideals onto kids. That's
right.
That's to
right.
me what the most important that we should be talking about.
It isn't. You know what was sad? And talking about going to fight, I have to go vote in 10 minutes. But I'll say this: that you're absolutely right. That first of all, let's be clear. I believe myself and all of you all in here, and every sane person that will sit in these chambers I'm about to go in a few minutes know good and well that it is not our goal to teach children in grades K, grades 1, 2, and 3 about sexuality. And the Republicans know that that's not happening. They know that that's not happening. But the fact that they get aroused out of doing it, and that's why they're doing it. But I'll tell you this, that I think they just hit a hornet's nest because those suburban moms and those independents who usually vote Republicans, these are issues that they do not want to deal with, and they don't want to have their elected officials dealing with. And so I believe that they're going to see just exactly how well that their plan is working sooner than later, though.
Yeah, agree. And I really think it's going to be one of those things. The next step is going to be get to push the gay teachers or the ones that identify in the LGBTQI community. The next step is going to push them out of the classroom. Yeah. That's
exactly what's about to happen. But look what we're about to do today. Today, in a few minutes, we're about to go downstairs and we're about to fight on the CRT bill and also about the banning of books. They're banning To Kill a Mockingbird. They're banning All Boys Aren't Blue. I mean, these are books. We're about to have this entire fight right now in 5 minutes. It's about to happen. And this is the type of stuff that we're dealing with right now in the state of Florida. I believe in my heart. Hear me when I'm telling y'all, I believe in my heart that the Republicans know that they are losing headway in these states. And this is a lot of their last-ditch efforts.
I hear you.
Yeah.
State Senator Jones, I know you got to get to the Florida vote. Thank you for your time this morning, sir.
Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.